Hello, John Neal here. It's Wednesday, the 24th of July 2024, and let me tell you what we're doing today. Well, I'm back when I left off the last video about the tunnel that goes underneath here, the railway tunnel, and it's called the Arley tunnel, even though it's next door to Anstey. I think I've got that right, and I think I've got the date right, because I keep getting these things wrong. You look, it's just one thing wrong at a time, but there you go. Right, I've come back here to do sort of video number 2, really, of this area. The last video got 2.5 thousand views so far, which is surprising, really, and very nice too. So if any of those are back again, how'd you do? Now, what I want to do is to keep heading off over that way, away from Nuneaton, because there's an area of countryside here which is really rather pretty. It's very pleasant, and on the map you'll see it's the area that the railway scoots round, makes a big loop to the south, because this land is undulating and therefore for the railway not very good. It'd have to be all cut-ins and embankments and tunnels again, so they avoid that. But for us to have a look at it as a patch of countryside, it's very, very attractive. So that's where I'm heading, over this way, around the Arleys, the new and old Arley, and off towards Hoar Park Farm, where there's a bit of a surprise you'll find this morning. Well, this is a fairly quiet road through Anstey, so I can risk talking to you as I pedal along. Just have to say, I've done this first 5 miles in half an hour, and the electric bike, the Arley E28, has performed, as I expected, extremely well. So then I make my way along the road through the village of Anstey, out the other side, and approaching the junction with the main road, the Coleshill Road, which leads then on to a lovely little place called Church End. This is the rather pleasant St Lawrence Church at Church End, and it's almost in the middle of nowhere, but it's a very pleasant setting in this slight dip and rise and fall of the land, which is some indication of the type of countryside we've got over this way. So I'm going to move off down what is Church Road, I think. What does it call itself? Anyway, going to go down that way and head off really into the sticks. Talk about hedgerow flowers, look at these. I can name one or two: meadow sweet, bay willow herb, or is it just willow herb, and various other hog weeds, cow parsley, field parsley. There's all sorts. Wonderful, look at it. Believe it or not, there's a Facebook page called Peeling Paint Appreciation Society, and I found some stuff for them. Look at this. Oh yes. I'll take a still shot of some of these. It's lovely different colours actually. Greys, browns, sort of reds. There's a hole. Yeah. Well, I think if you've got grass growing down the middle of the road, it's got to be interesting. Lovely, look at this. So then I leave the quiet country lanes to come across the busy Coleshill Road and cross over here to go into Hoar Park Farm. And with it being a Wednesday morning, we've got a special treat because it's local motorbike morning. There we go, there's one of them, and there's plenty more where he comes from.
Many home back here.
No, you don't. Very nice to bump into my old friends John, who actually owns the whole of this farm in Hoar Park, and Stella, who works here. Knew them from when I was sign writing, of course, in the past, and there's just so many motorbikes coming by. I understand the excitement of these machines. They are fantastic, but you've got to be careful. They can be very dangerous as well, but my goodness, you can see the attraction. Right, let me press on. Little country road directly opposite, which will lead us off into the countryside again. And so I enter Old Arley, and this canopy looks like the customer's outdoor seating area, but it's not. Somebody doing some work in the house. Lovely little houses, and I should have turned right up here to go to New Arley, but I missed out, and I'm on the road back to the way I came. And so at this junction I moved from the Ansley Road onto the Birmingham Road, heading off back in towards Ansley. Goes a couple of motorbikes, probably on their way to Hoar Park Farm. Look, it's the roundabout I started from, and let me sign off there. Well, I've come back to the roundabout at Ansley here, next to this magnificent piece of machinery, this old pit head wheel, just to sign off. I'm not sure I got exactly what I wanted. The countryside was lovely around there, and the little lanes over near Old Arley. And I knew that the motorbikes were at Hoar Park Farm, but I didn't expect to bump into Stella and John. 400 bikes are there. Quite a spectacle, quite a gathering, quite a party. It's great. Every Wednesday they do it. When I was sign writing, I used to do quite a lot of work there for the cafe and so on. And I would say, yes, fine, I'll do that. I'll be there on Wednesday, because I knew all these people were there. It was a great atmosphere, really enjoyed it. So all the best to the folk at Hoar Park Farm. And yeah, you know what? You will see me in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.